Hello and welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Emily Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. Is your catfish not growing? Okay, in this video today we're going to talk about steps that you have to take immediately you notice your catfish is not growing, how to correct these things. That is what we're going to be talking about. And may I use this opportunity to remind you, try and watch this video to the end so that you understand what you're going to do. Don't watch it at the beginning and come and start asking questions that have already been answered. Having said that, if you're having any problem in your farm whatsoever, all you need to do is do a video of this problem and send it to 081-353-48909. So when I pick up your video, I'll be able to look at it and have an idea of what's going on in your pond and solve this problem for you free of charge. I'll be right back to discuss this.
How many pieces?
Welcome back. So, as a catfish farmer, over the years, there are so many problems that we experience in the catfish farm. But these problems have very easy solutions. The only problem is that most of us, we just want it quick. So we don't intend to understand what is the problem, then to find out what is the solution. We just want a situation that you just do whatever you want and everything works. In catfish farming, if you must succeed, you have to take everything easy. Whenever you get to your pond, take it easy to study and watch what's going on in your pond. This entirely gives you an idea of what your catfishes actually need at a particular time. Okay, so right now we're talking about, you stock your catfishes. So every month you look at your catfishes and all of a sudden you notice they are not growing. They are not growing to what you expect them to be. So there are some immediate solutions that you could use to address this problem, and you will see the result within 1 or 2 weeks after applying some of these solutions. So the first thing first is that the most times for you to correct a problem in your catfish imbalance growth is between the ages of when you buy it, maybe you bought at juvenile, fingerlings, post, whatever, that age, until 2 months. It's very easier to solve the problem. When it gets to 3 months, you can actually also solve the problem, but then it starts becoming difficult. Why? The bigger the catfishes grow and they have this problem that is reducing their growth rate, the more difficult it is for you to solve this problem, because once they are getting over a period of time, they are supposed to get to a certain size, certain weight, certain body weight, they're getting older. It becomes more difficult for the ingredients you're going to use on them to work as effective as it could have worked when they were still small. So that's why I always advise you, when I tell you that this is what is supposed to be at a particular time, do not start thinking otherwise, that okay, what if I double it? Those things, they have their own adverse effect. Now, primarily, when you do the right thing at 3.5 months, your catfishes are supposed to be anything from 800 grams, 900 grams to 1 kg. But we have incidents of when at 3.5 months, people are still struggling with 300 grams. Well, if you stock your catfish from now, so at the first month you stocked it on juvenile, at the first month you look at them, they are growing very fine. Now you test weight them, some of them are weighing 100 grams, 200 grams, it's still okay. When they get to second month, you test weight them, they are supposed to, by this time, come to like between 300 and 600 grams. This is what you're supposed to see basically at this point by the end of your second month. But if by the end of your second month, you now test weight them and they are still in 100 grams, struggling to get to 200 grams, then that's a problem. So the first thing you look at is your pond. Look at your pond. Try immediately to reduce the number of fishes in the pond. Do not start arguing to yourself, thinking that you are doing the right thing. No. Immediately, the first thing you do is reduce whatever number you have in that catfish pond. Make an arrangement and reduce the number. If you don't want to enter inside all the to all this kind of problem, before you stop, just send me a message sending me your pond size, the length, the weight, and the depth. I will tell you how many you will stock. Don't go over this, but if you go over this, it's okay. Whatever you see and there's an issue, you can always fix it. So by the way, now when you notice this kind of scenario, all you do, the first thing is to reduce the number of fishes in the pond. Then look at the feed you're using to feed the fishes. So some people make this mistake. When the fishes are 2 months, they jump to 6 mm, some jump to 4 mm. When you ask, they say, oh, the fishes are big enough to pick the feed. But I have said this over and over again. It is not because your fish is big enough, that's why they eat a particular size of feed. No. Yes, in some fishes, but no majorly. Why? The ingredient composition of any size of feed is basically meant to make the fish to grow at a particular rate at that very size. So in 2 months, your fishes are supposed to be on 2 mm. Now, if at the end of 2 months you notice that this size disparity is happening, they are not growing the way you want to be, all you need to do is, first of all, divide the fishes, reduce the number on the pond. So if you were giving them 4 mm, simply revert back to 2 mm. Now, if you were giving them 2 mm, this thing I'm saying, be frank with yourself, because I'm not there. So once you create a problem and in the solution you still lie to yourself, the problem lives with you. So if you are giving them 2 mm, after dividing the fishes, sort the fishes, the very smaller ones go back to 1.8 and let them be on 1.8 for another 2 weeks. Then those bigger ones that you look at, bigger ones, still maintain them on 2 mm. Don't progress to 3 mm. Give them another 2 weeks to be on 3 months and before you go to the 3 mm. It simply means that the overstocking has actually affected their growth. So in order for you to get the nutritional balance of which they have missed, keep them on that same rate until they get to at least 2 weeks after you started solving this problem. While the smaller ones, just reduce the feed size to 1.8 mm for 2 weeks for them to be able to pick up before going to 2 mm. If you don't understand this, kindly use the comment section and I will put you through. So those bigger ones, you put them on the 2 mm. By then they should be 3 months plus. Then you can now switch to your 3 mm. Remember to keep them on the 2 weeks of 2 mm. Now, if for some reasons you are giving them 6 mm, revert back to 2 mm. Don't ever think of giving your 2, 3, 4 month fishes 6 mm. Don't. But if you do, it is one of those things. Remember, it's not a must that you will follow anything I say here. No. If you just want to follow it and see a good result, fine. But if you don't want, please stick with whatever you are doing. It's really not affecting me. My own is to guide you to do and achieve better results than I do. But if you decide that your own result is the best, it's fine. No need for drags, please. So this is the best way to correct it. Now you have adjusted the pond size, you have adjusted the feed level. Make sure to keep them on a steady 3 feet water height. Don't for any reason drop 3 feet water height. If you follow these 3 processes that I have given you now, I give you 1 to 2 weeks. Tell me what is the current result. There's no way they will not pick up. Now, if your fishes are getting to 3 months, maybe 3 months going to 4 months, and you notice this situation, do what you are doing on the 2 to 3 months by first of all get another pond, reduce the number, then at that period go back to 3 mm for the bigger ones and the smaller ones go back to 2 mm for at least 2 weeks before you switch to the next size of feed, which will be 4 mm for the bigger one and 3 mm for the smaller one. Maintain the water level. But at 4 months, 4 months going to 5 months is practically not a good idea to start doing this. Why? Your fishes are almost way over what they could be able to salvage. Now, if it was me at 4 months going to 5 months and my fishes are not giving me the result I will do, what I will do to keep up my business is this: sort the fishes. Those very small ones that are not progressing in their growth, sell them as melange or whatever. Just declare them loss on production. Then those bigger ones, depending on how big they are, 4 months to 5 months, they are supposed to be 1 kg dot. But if at that period they are still on on 700, 800 gram, put them on 3 mm. feed them for 2 weeks, then step up to 4 mm. Don't proceed to 6 mm because there's already problem in the feeding. So go back to 3 mm, put them on 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, then you switch to the 4 mm. Then you stay another 2 weeks. At this time, they should be going to 6 months before you now switch to your 6 mm. So with this, those bigger ones, you'll be able to boost their growth. So this is what you do from 4 to 5 months in order to salvage the situation. And same thing is applicable from 5 to 6 months. But mind you, at 5 to 6 months, it's almost difficult to salvage the situation in the fish. But if you want to try, you can try it for 2 weeks. And if within 2 weeks, after that 2 weeks, if you don't record any changes, please kindly sell off those big ones, because it's one of those things. It's a mistake that you have made from the beginning. Learn from it and go for the next batch. Make sure to adhere strictly to the feedings that I have always said on this place. It's going to help you. It's going to help you a very lot to be able to achieve that target result that you want. So this is how to be able to achieve making your fishes, boost your fishes that you suddenly notice that they have stopped growing. Now, if you have any questions, concerns, comments on what I have just said, now kindly use the comment section. And if you want to reach out to me, you can do that on 081-353-48909. You can actually reach out to me, and whatever your problem is, I think I will be able to solve it free of charge for you. So until I come your way next time, my name is Emily Oge of Leros Farm. Keep farming. It's a way of life.